What's going on, folks? Welcome back to the Virtual Steve Show. This is Random Renders number 4, I think. I think we're on number 4, so we're going to lower the music so you guys can actually hear me. And then we're going to head over to perchance.org/object. And we're going to go 5 different objects. We're going to randomize here. We're going to pick one of these objects and we're going to model it from scratch and texture it in Blender 3.0. All right, what do we got here? Is any of this stuff interesting? I don't know if I like these, to be honest. I'm going to redo the randomizer. This is the first time I've ever had to redo it. I don't really like these. Ooh, here we go. Toe ring. That one would be kind of boring. Chair. That might be good. We could do a chair. Yeah, I think we'll do a chair, eh? Keyboard would be fun, but that'd be quite involved. I've done a keyboard in the past. All right, let's do the chair. So let's get some reference images real quick. Then we'll open up Blender. Chair. And we'll just get a nice quality image here. Boom. So yeah, basic chair like that. We could do a fabric chair. I think we're gonna do a basic old chair, just like this. Okay, save image as, and we're gonna do a new project under random renders. This one's gonna be called chair. So in the past we've done a pencil, a book, and a button. So this is chair. Oops, hit the wrong button. All right, save that there, open up Blender. And I could probably turn my music off now, we don't need that. I wanna make this full screen for once, I never do that. Full screen. Okay, you guys should be able to see everything now. So let's just delete our cube. Let's open up our reference image over here. Image editor, that's good. Open projects, random renders, chair, image. There's the chair. All right, we shouldn't need the reference image too much, but actually I'll probably just go with that. We'll need to find a little wood texture online. We'll do that at the end. Okay, I think we're ready to go. We'll start out with, I think I'm going to start out with the base part and work our way up from there. The legs look like they'll all be kind of connected, so. Okay, let's start with a plane. And let's look at it from the top view. There's some kind of nice little geometry to this. It's kind of hard to see from the image. But I think I'm going to start with some bevels on this. We'll bevel the fronts. I'm going to make it a little unique here. So bevel the fronts like this. And I might scale them in the X a little bit. Yeah, scale X. I might have to do these individual. Let's see. Individual origins, scale X. Now to scale these like this. So I'm going to try to use a number to keep these consistent. So I'll do like scale X and I'll try like 0.5. Okay, I think I like that. Scale X, 0.5. And then what I can do is I can snap these if I want. Let me turn on vertex snap. I learned a new hotkey recently. You can just hold Control to toggle on snapping. I don't want it like that though. All right, maybe we'll just eyeball it. This doesn't have to be perfect. GX, just want that line to be somewhat more straight. This will give the chair a little bit of character, and these back ones will bevel differently, just kind of regular, like that. Okay, I think that's a good start. Let's extrude this sucker. Something like this. And I will actually bevel these edges, but only with a slight bevel, just to give it a little character. So we want a single bevel, which it's not doing. Let's zoom in. Single bevel, boom. Something like that. All right, that's the start of the chair. So now we need to do some other geometry here. I don't know if I want to do it separately. I think I'm going to do it separately. I could like do some loop cuts in here maybe. Oh, let's save this before we do anything actually. Save as random renders chair. Chair.blend. Here we go. All right, let's try in some loop cuts in here, see what this does. Yeah, we screwed up the geometry, so we can't do that. We'll just add in some. We'll just add in some plane. Scale it down for the legs. And this one here, it's going to be right about there. We'll bring it down a little bit though, just so it's kind of inside of the chair. I think I'm going to use a mirror modifier here as well, so that should speed things up. Okay, we're just going to kind of extrude this. Nothing too fancy here. So yeah, extrude. Oh, it's a different object. Okay, that's fine. So we're in edit mode now. Extrude Z. I don't like the scaling of this. I think this is more of a rectangle shape. So let's undo that. Let's go back to object mode. So I'm going to scale this in the X. Give it a bit more of a rectangular shape there. Then we'll extrude Z. And I'm going to look at the reference image here. Actually, what I'll do is I'll try to get my camera in a position that's close to that. Close to the reference image. So that'll give us a bit better judgment here for scaling wise. Alright, that looks about good. I'll go a little bit more. Alright, so what we want to do here, lock our camera. I want to bevel some sides of this. Actually, we can do our centerpiece here. Yeah, we can do this. So we'll put in some loop cuts. We'll scale them in the Z. Oh, why didn't that work? Control R, 2 loop cuts, scale it in the Z. Oh, because we have individual origins on. We want that. Something like that. Then we'll do some more loop cuts going this way. And it's just a little bit shorter than... Let me turn wireframe off. Scale Y. It's a little bit less. This needs to get changed to... I just need to make it taller, I think. Honestly, that might look fine. Alright, I'll grab all these. We'll change this. Scale Z. We'll make it a little bit more. And that looks about good. Okay, so how do I want to do this? I want to snap it. I want to extrude this. But I want to extrude it to the center somehow. So I wonder if I just make a single vertex at the origin. And then I turn on snapping. I should be able to snap it to that. So that'd be the center. So when I mirror this, it'll work better. And we'll do the same thing over here. Do some loop cuts. So once we put on our mirror modifier, we're almost kind of done with the legs. Okay, scale these in the X. I don't know why it's doing that weird. Scale X. Boom. We'll do the same thing with that center point trick. Let's hide this for now. So we're going to go extrude in the Y now. And we're going to snap it to that vertex that I made here. If you look, you can see that I made a single vertex there at the origin. That's what I'm using to snap to. So when I look at it from the top view, it's perfectly aligned. And that should help our mirror modifier out. All right, let's unhide with Alt-H so we get a good view here. All right, let's try our mirror modifier. So go down to modifiers here. Let's add a mirror modifier. We want to do it about the Y. So we want to mirror it about that vertex. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make this its own object, this vertex, by hitting P, parent by selection. And let's make sure we got the right one. So this one I'm going to call mirror vertex. So now if I go into the mirror modifier and I select that mirror vertex, it's still not working. Mirror object about that. You think that would work, eh? Maybe I need to apply scale to this. Let's try that. So I hit Control A, all transforms. I don't know why this isn't working. Alright, so we didn't need that vertex thing. So we mirrored about there, then we mirrored about there. Boom. Now we could hit apply if we want, but I don't want to. I want to keep this here for now. Then we can do some like interesting stuff with the leg. I'm going to add some loop cuts in here. Let's add a couple. Because I think I'm going to change the scale of these. Just to give it a little bit more character here. I'll turn on my proportional editing. We'll do scale, shift Z. Just kind of scale this so it's not symmetrical. I want to bring this top part in a little bit here too. Turn off proportional editing, scale, shift Z. Alright, this just gives it a little bit more character. Auto smooth. Alright, I like it. I don't think we really need it for this. I can at least bevel these edges, I think. I can get away with this. So yeah, we'll bevel. These are very pronounced, so I want to bevel these. Yeah, I did something out of order with the order of operations for the bevel. Not sure, but this should do the trick. Okay, let's hit Control B to bevel. Just want to give it a slight little something. Yeah, that's better. Maybe even a little too much, but it's okay. Alright, now, what's next? The top part of the chair, I'm just going to do the similar method here. I'm going to add a plane. Scale it down. I'm going to look at the top view. Scale it down. These seem to be more rectangular. And it also kind of comes through. Actually, it continues from the leg. So actually, we want to use the leg to make the back. Because the leg piece of wood's the same piece. So, oh, I lost my microphone. All right, we don't need that. I don't think. Something about this chair still looks weird, but I can fix that. I think I just need to bring everything else up. We'll do this part first. Okay, so let me hide this again. I'm going to bring these, I'm going to use these faces here. Which I think are these ones. Let me just select them. Okay. So we want to select these faces. Not those, not those. And those faces. Extrude. In the Z a bunch. That's looking better, that's looking better. Now we can unhide our bottom part. And there's some kind of angle to this, definitely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the top pieces only. Like that, and then I'm going to, oh, why did it select those? I'm going to bring these back a little bit. This will give our person that's sitting in this chair a little bit more rest for their back. So G, Y, it's a slight arch there. And I want to make these rounded somehow. So maybe if I Control Shift or Control Bevel, yeah, we run into some issues there. So I might just, hey, it's Babu Done a Rat. Babu Done a Rat. Welcome to the Virtual Steve Show. I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna I'm gonna get rid of these faces and just make a new one, I think. So yeah, let's just delete faces only from up there. Yeah, you're gonna watch this whole stream, eh? You're gonna learn a lot. You're gonna learn a lot today. All right, I'm going to select these faces here. I think it's the safest way to select them for now. And then I am going to delete faces only. We selected something else on accident. Look at that. We can just do this to unselect them. I'm holding control. And there we go. All right, so now I'm going to delete faces only. And I guess I should have did it with the vertices. We'll just delete these. I don't know if this matters or not, but this mesh is going to be kind of weird. This definitely isn't something you'd want to use in a game or anything, I don't think. But for what we're doing, it should be fine. All right, so now I'm just going to select the outer edges here. We're going to make a face. Boom. Same thing for over here. And again, this is time the mirror modifier would be good, so we don't have to duplicate our work, but whatever. All right, then I think I can just extrude these. Now when I apply my bevel, let's apply scale to all this. Oh, look at that. It screwed up something there in the mesh. It looks weird. Oh, yeah, it's a chair, all right. Yeah, the top's going to look weird because it's not uniform with everything else. Damn. How can I fix that? Let's try doing extrude. I mean, I could fix the angle a little bit. I could do like a side view. And then I could do GX, no, GY. We'll just we'll try to match it the best we can, you know. Still looks a little weird, but it's not as bad. Okay, it's wood anyway, so it's going to have some funny things. So we're going to do control bevel here and just crank this up to kind of give it that rounded edge that we're seeing there. Shade smooth. It's got some weird stuff going on. Not sure why. Maybe if we inset this one. Sometimes if you inset these, it fixes the shade smooth. All right, I think that helped. Okay, let's take a look. So that's looking more like a chair. All right, now we just got to do the bits in the middle there. I'm going to shade smooth this too. That looks weird. And we'll turn on auto smoothing for that too. Boom. All right, we're almost done. Let me get the texture of this bad boy. I got to fix the proportions too. This seems a little wonky in spots. What's going on down here? Maybe it'll look better once we put a texture on it. Okay, so we're going to do some loop cuts. I don't know if that back's big enough. Let's fix my camera. Yeah, I might make the back a little higher, so let's zoom this out a little bit. This looks like a chair for a baby. So we can fix a couple things. I think I'm going to make the overall height of the chair bigger. First, I'll bring these up. So we'll just go G... Whoa, what in the hell? G... Let's do it from a view like this so I can control it better. Something like that, maybe? Yeah, that's better. And I want to bring all these up a little bit too. GZ. Actually, I'm going to bring these up too. I don't want it that close to the ground. So we'll do a front view here, a side view, whatever. I'm going to select all of these. Just bring them up in the Z a little bit. Like that. And then we'll bring this guy up too. All right, that should be good. Yeah, I think that looks better too. Thanks. That would be too high. We'll make the back a little higher now. Okay, X-ray mode, so we can select them all. And then we'll just make the sucker a little higher. Something like that. I wonder if those things got tilted a little bit. I mean, a chair doesn't have to be perfect either. That's the thing. All right, this is looking good. It's going to look good once we texture it. All right, let's make our middle pieces. So to do that, I'm going to put some loop cuts I don't think I can do both sides at once, unfortunately. So we need at least, what do we need? That gives us 1, 2, 3. That's the 3 we want, okay. So, yes. I might need to mirror this, actually. It might be better. Alright, let's, how do I want to do this? I can grab this face. Let me turn X-ray mode off. I can grab these faces. I want that to be higher, too, actually. Let me undo that loop cut. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to hit GG to slide it along that. So that way it stays constrained to that pole. And then we're going to select this guy, and this guy. And we're going to scale them. Don't do that. I just hit something I didn't mean to hit. Okay, reselect those. 1, 2, 3. Scale in the Y. Alright, it's doing some weird stuff, but that's okay. And let's just hit extrude and see what it looks like. Oh, that's way off. So we want to scale those in the Z. Scale in the Z. Which actually isn't going to work, I don't think. Damn it. I have to bring these down like this. Alright, so I'm going to try going GG. I wonder if you can select something like 0.5. GG5. GG1. 2. Alright, that's not doing anything. Alright, we're just going to do this by hand. We're going to eyeball this. It still looks kind of thick. Scale. Individual origins, please. Scale it in the Y. These need to be thinner. Something like that, I think. Let's hit extrude and see what it looks like. Okay, that's better. Now they're just too thick. So now we'll scale in the Z. Extrude. That's better. Alright, I'm not going to have any fancy topology here. I'm just going to extrude it through there. Just so it's hidden. And then I can bevel these. Should be nice and easy. Shift select all those and we'll just hit Control B. It's a nice single bevel here. Let's lower that. Oh, we need to apply scale to these, I think, maybe. Control A, all transforms. I want it to scale, right? Okay, so we're going to move on to texturing next, I think. So slight bevel. Let's go into this view here. Let's rotate our camera. I'm liking this chair. I think it's good. It looks a little shallow here. I think we need more room for the butt. So what I'm going to do is go to the top view. And I'm going to select both objects at once. Top view, X-ray mode. I'm going to select all of these vertices and just go GY to stretch it out a little bit. See how that looks. And what's nice about this, when you have it in this view, you cancel out everything. I can just do GY now and I can really see where I want it to be. I think that's good there. Sweet. All right, this is looking good. This chair has some fancy little nub things on the bottom. If you zoom in here, I'm not going to worry about those. That'd be an extra detail we could put in, but I'm not really worried about that for this. Hey, thanks, Baba Dunarat. Baba Dunarat. Oh, is the chat coming up here? Oh, it does come up, okay, on the top of the screen. Good, it's working. All right, now we need to get some texture. So first we'll get the image for it. Let me bring this bigger so we can see it better. So I'm going to open up the image texture that they gave me for just the color. See what that looks like when I apply it. Maybe the smart UV unwrap wasn't what I wanted. UV unwrap. Let's just hit unwrap and see what happens. Yeah, I'm not the best at applying textures. Definitely some wonky stuff going on there. Clip, extend. All right, let's just try using Control T. What does that do? Okay, Control T is the one we want. Let's try using object coordinates. What is going on with my lighting here? Let's delete this. I did something wrong. Image texture, open, color. Let's get it back in. Now let's plug in the object coordinate. It's kind of weird, yeah. Something to do with the scaling of that stuff. Yeah, Yeah, thanks. Yeah, not the best at applying textures for sure. It has to do with the UV unwrapping. You know, I don't really know that stuff too well. Some of these look all right, but you want it to run along the direction of the wood, so I'd have to like adjust all the different UVs. Maybe if I go to UV editor and see what they did here. Like I would want all these to be in the direction of the grain of the wood, I would think, for the most part. So if I selected these maybe, and then rotate 90, bring it over here, scale it down a little bit. I'll do the same for these. I don't know if they need to be rotated or not, but we'll take a look. Yeah, some of that stuff looks wonky. Yeah, I could spend a lot of time fixing that, but we're just going to roll with the punches here. So let's load in the next. I think I got a fix in the works for this. Let's get the roughness in here. Switch this to non-colored data. Already was. Plug that into the roughness. Guess we're going object coordinates. Oh, maybe we want to do UV now. Maybe we want UV. Some of these look good. Like that one there looks good. Yeah, I can fix this. We'll work with the UVs. Maybe this will be a good test of how to do the UV stuff. Gotta see what time it is here. Okay, it's 11 o'clock my time, so I gotta try to wrap this up here shortly. All right, what else do we want? We probably want a bump map from here. Normal map. I don't know why there's two. Displacement map. I'm not going to use that. Let's use the bump map. Grab this. Add in a bump node. Plug that into the height. Plug the normal into the normal. And then we will take a look at one that looks good here. Make sure this is on non-colored data. And we're just going to bring the distance to something reasonable. Something like that. Yeah, that looks good. All right, let's apply this material to here too. I don't know which one that was. What material am I calling this? I'm going to call this new wood. New wood. We'll apply that here. New wood. So this one will be pretty fun to mess with. I actually like the way this one looks. This one's fine. Definitely the side edges need to be reversed. So let's do a UV unwrap here. There's all these different ones. There's Q project, smart UV project. Let's try that. So that's not bad. Actually, that worked pretty good for that one. Maybe we'll try that again on this. Smart UV project. And you can mess with all those settings here too, which is interesting. I don't think it does this on the fly. Yeah, look at that. Area weight. You can mess with that. This might get us closer to what we want. Correct aspect. Alright, it's definitely looking closer. Alright, so I think the seat part's good. I think what we want to do now is go into the UV editor here and try to fix some stuff. So how do I want to do this without it being a complete pain? Let's see if that selects the right ones. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a pain to do this, to be honest. There's a way to like mark seams or something like that, you know. I'm not really good with that stuff. We could try it. We could try to mark seams. Maybe that'll help us. Alright, let's try that. Never mess with it, but maybe I want a seam here. Seam here. Seam there. Another seam there. There and there. Let's hit U, mark seams. And if I do U unwrap, U unwrap, did that help us at all? Let's do the smart project again. That looked better. Yeah, some of the stuff just needs to be rotated. We only rotate certain ones. Actually, based on the looks of this, I think if I rotate all of them, rotate 90. I think that's what we want. Let's do that. And I think that's pretty damn good. All right, we finally figured it out, I think. I think this looks good. So we could put some like surface imperfections in here if we wanted to. Let's take a look at our reference image and see how close we got. Let's save and hit render. I don't need this to be that wide, so maybe we could bring this in. X. See, I can never get that right. Oh, there we go. We want to change the render region here. I think if I mess with these sliders here, it's doing something. I can never get this part to work. It always is locked to like one or the other. Alright, whatever. Let's hit render. Let's see what we get. Holy moly. Alright, let's reset all that stuff. We'll do 1920 by 1080. Set all this back to 1. Yeah, I can't figure out how to... You think you would be able to easily kind of render region crop. What is this? Can we do this? There we go. This way we're not rendering other things. Okay, let's hit F12. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's do a transparent background. And I think we're pretty much done. So this was a long-winded segment here to make a chair. It took me a lot longer than I thought. Where's my transparent setting? Film, transparent, boom. I kind of like the lighting the way it is. I don't really want to mess with it too much. Looks pretty good. I think I'll up the samples or something. I don't like this new render feature they have here. I used to just use 124, which I might be doing. And there it is, folks. There's your chair, rendered out beautifully. I'll put a little looping animation of it rotating at the end here. And that's it for episode 4 of Random Renders with your host, Virtual Steve. I hope you guys like the segment. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Yeah, the next episode we'll be doing something else. I don't know what we'll be doing. It's random. Oh, the top of these look kind of weird, eh? Yeah, they look weird. I gotta learn more about UV unwrapping. That's my downfall. Alright guys, thanks for checking out Random Renders. Your host, Virtual Steve, as always. Oh, we had a new viewer on stream too, Babu Dunarat. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you on the next episode maybe. We do a lot of live streaming gaming stuff here. I just got done playing Halo Infinite. I do a lot of VR stuff as well. Tomorrow night's show, going live around 8:30-ish. We're playing this game called Risk of Rain 2. I've never played it yet, and they have a VR mod for it, so we're going to be playing that in VR. But I do a lot of gaming stuff. I also do a lot of Blender stuff. Coming soon to the channel, we're doing VFX Live, so special effects live, simple little things that you can do with a program called DaVinci Resolve. And maybe we'll even throw in some of these 3D models and do it too. Before I end this, I'll show... I won't show it. Alright guys, peace out y'all. See you on the next episode. Later.